Gibaud@gibaud.com, and today I'm going to speak to you about something many people ask me. What's about gimbal for camera? And Zhiyun sent me this Weebill 3S combo that I tested with my Lumix S5 Mark II, and I'm right now recording with my Fujifilm SX20. So we're going to speak about it. Let's start. This kit is also a kit because this is a combo version. There are two versions, one without and one with combo. With the combo, you get a wrist rest like this, a small tripod here, and also a second handle here that is really useful when you want to have the camera in horizontal. Okay, so honestly, I can tell you that if you want a gimbal like this, get the combo. This is so much more comfortable, honestly. Okay, maybe this is the first time you see a gimbal and you think, what is that? Well, this is a stabilizer for your camera. It means doesn't matter if you move, okay, the camera stays in the same place, or you have some options to do some smooth follow, okay, or even if you want, you could do some selfie. I could walk and speak, and you would not notice my steps. You would avoid this movement. This is what a gimbal is for. So if you look at this, the first reaction you may have is, wow, that must be heavy. Well, the gimbal itself weighs 1,400 grams, so 1 kilo, just a bit over 1 kilo. So it sounds a lot, but you need to know what was before the gimbal. It was a Steadicam. Steadicam was massive. A guy would have this around his body, and it weighed several, maybe 20, 30 kilos. It was really heavy. And then you had an operator that would walk with him to guide him, to make sure it would not fall. If he was walking backwards, to guide him all the time. So when you look at this, you understand why this is a lot more practical than a Steadicam. And second, the price is very different. A Steadicam was like several thousands of euros, and this is under 400 euros. So the difference is, yeah, it explains exactly why gimbals just kill the Steadicams, okay? But yeah, it weighs a bit, but it's a lot easier to use, okay? So what do you get in the box? Here you have got this big box, okay? And in there you will find this bag, okay? It looks like a marine bag. You have here you have several compartments, two compartments here, and then you have a base compartment. In here you have also some accessories, some cables, some plates, and things like that. It's true that the bag looks big, okay, but take into account that when you lock the big gimbal, you can keep the configuration, the settings. This way you need a bag maybe a bit larger, so you don't have to redo everything, calibration, everything every time you use it. So that's good that the bag is a bit larger. It's well protected, so really great. This part is really great. A gimbal is for for stabilization, but you can also control your camera from the gimbal if your camera is compatible. For example, here you have a button to start recording, or if you have an electric zoom, you can change the zoom from here, all this, you can configure all that. But what happens if your camera is not compatible? Well, nothing. What does it mean? Stabilization, all this will still work. Obviously, if you want to start recording, I press here instead of here. That's it, okay? In my situation, none of my cameras are compatible. But still, I could use perfectly the gimbal for what it is for, stabilization. So no worry, if your camera is not in the list or the lens you use on your camera is not on the list to be able to be controlled, don't worry, you will do it touching a different button and that's it. No fuss about it, no problem, okay? Very important point. Never switch on the gimbal without any camera on top of it. And never start manipulating configuration of this with the gimbal switched on. It's important, always off, otherwise you can damage the motors, okay? Second point, the introduction manual that comes with in the box is so minimalist, is useless basically, okay? So it's important you go to Zhiyun website and you download the manual, the instruction manual. Why? Because, well, it's good to understand things, but second, because it's really easy. If you follow the step how to balance the gimbal, it will be so easy. So do it, download the manual and follow the steps they say. It works perfectly, okay? When you're going to balance your gimbal, you have different axes and you have locks on it. you should free one axis at a time. Right now, normally, well, it's not perfectly balanced, okay? It should stay in the position I put it, okay? More or less, okay? Once you're happy with this, then you free the second axis, and then same thing, it should stay more or less in its position. Well, it's not perfectly balanced right now, okay? And then you have a third one that is here, same thing. You should put it this way or that way and check that it's balanced, okay? If it's not perfectly balanced, it's not a big drama, but it must be close to perfect, okay? Because I forgot to balance this axis and I could not do the vortex, it would stop spinning. I'll show you after what is vortex, okay? But it was my fault. I did not fully read the manual, so you see, you should read it, okay? Do as I say and not as I do, okay? So, important, just one axis at a time with the gimbal switched off, okay? Why did I test with my Lumix S5 Mark II? Basically because I wanted to try with the heaviest camera I have. I hope soon I will be able to try with carbon anamorphic lenses by Sirui, okay? And for me, it was important to see if it could handle the weight. It has no problem with my Fujifilm XS20 and my OM system OM1, but I wanted to test. And actually, a friend of mine, YouTuber Leo Baccaro, I really like this guy, what he does, how he explains things and presents things. And he says that with the Canon 5D Mark IV, that is heavier than this, he had no problem. Okay, so yeah, I think this is fantastic that it can handle this weight, okay? This gimbal is for modern videographer because it works in horizontal, but also in vertical. You just unlock here, get the camera out. There's a safety button here so it doesn't fall, and then you put it vertically, okay? Then you have to tighten everything and balance again, but that's it. Now it's ready, okay? So if you do vertical video with no problem, you can do it with this gimbal without any problem, okay? Well, as I put back the camera in horizontal mode, I balanced again, and as you can see, it should be like this. I'm going to leave all the locks. Normally it should stay in the position you put it, okay? Oh, sorry, I didn't unlock this one. Okay, it should stay in the position you put it, more or less, okay? If there's a slight movement, that's okay, you will not have problems, it will not force the motors, okay? But it must be as balanced as possible, okay? Like this. So here you have several things, you have a screen here, a small monitor, here you have a joystick, you have some buttons here, button switch on and menu here, another wheel here, also a trigger here, another wheel here. You can setting in the way you like, depends on what you want to do. Okay, I'm not going to get in details of everything, but show you the different mode and that's it. So when you switch on, the gimbal will start, and here you will be able already to manage it, decide what you want to do with it. Okay, and if you want to center it, again, different follow system, we're going to look at it, okay? But it's really easy, honestly, it works really easily, okay? There is also an app you can install on your smartphone, and you can actually manage your gimbal from the app. Let's say you cannot be behind it's on the table like this and you want it to follow something, you can make it follow. And something that is also really funny is you can do this. You activate this and then it will move according to how you move your smartphone, okay? So depends what you want to do, but there are so many possibilities in video, so I think this is a great thing to be able to manage your gimbal remotely when it fits on like this on the tripod, okay? So the different mode, you have one that is the pan follow. It just follows like this, but just horizontally. As you can see, it will keep horizontal. Then you have the lock. Let's center here. Okay, and I lock someone or something, and it doesn't matter what I do, it will not move. Okay, like all the axes are like locked. Okay, follow, it will follow on all axes. Okay. Okay. Then you have the point of view. It will also rotate. It's like what you see. Okay, you head all that. Okay, all the axes work. Okay, And then you have the Vortex. Camera will go like this, vertical 90 degrees. And when you, then in this position, you can rotate like this to give special effects, okay? I'll show you right now a video I made of Dakota on a cushion doing it. And then you have the Go mode, but I didn't use it, so I can tell you what's the difference, okay? What's important is you test and learn your gimbal, and you will see what is the best option for you, okay? There is also a small LED light just here. So you press the wheel on the side, switch on. Here you can change power, okay? And then because here on the screen it says you use the small wheel, you click once and you change now to color temperature from 2600 Kelvin up to 5600 Kelvin, okay? Depends on what you do. This is not really a nice light because it's really small, but as a fill light it may save you in some situation. So yeah, that's good they put it. Honestly, I think it's a good idea, okay? So let's look at the positive and the negative points. First, the positive. First, I think the resistance is really good. It's strong. I didn't notice vibration and strange things. That was really good. Price, great price. I mean, a few years ago, you have to spend over €1,000 to get a gimbal for that kind of camera. And this one is really a lot cheaper. Other positive points, the battery is an external battery. It charges in about 2 hours and it lasts for about 11 hours. So it's really good. Something I really like also, they include a lens support. So if you're using a very heavy lens, it can support the lens. So it will not force the mount, okay? And then if we look at the negative points, one is really stupid, but it's there. Here, to tighten everything, you need an Allen key. It's included. But the problem with this Allen key is I'm used to some brand that make accessories where you have places to with a magnet to keep the key, you don't lose it. So it would be good to have this solution than having everything in the bag, okay? And another point I don't like, here they call this the plate to fix it. They say it's it's fast, it's quick. Yeah, it's quick, the main one, but the one that goes on the camera, not. So I would prefer to have a system like a tripod where you actually do click, quick release, so you can liberate the camera, not the whole thing. But if you want to free the camera itself, just the camera, you could, that would be faster, I think. Okay, and the last point, it comes without any charger. You just plug your smartphone charger and that's it. But well, I can say these are negative points. It's just some suggestion for next version, for example, okay? So for me, very good. So my conclusion. Well, honestly, I think it is a great gimbal. I always wanted to have something like this. I actually reviewed the DJI Ronin S a few years ago. For me, it was a bit more complicated to use. And this one has a price that is incredible. Not that long ago, you had to spend over €1,000 for gimbal, and you see this, it can handle my camera that is not light, and yeah, this is just fantastic. And the fact that you can lock each axis, all this, is make it really easy to set, to put configuration, all this. This is really good. Okay, so I really love it, and I think it's completely recommendable. So if you're interested, I'll leave you a link in the description where you can buy it. So thank you so much, Zhiyun, for sending me this gimbal. Thank you to you for watching the video. If you feel it may interest other people, please share it on social networks. If you have not done it yet, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. The small button down here is a small bell. If you click on the bell, you get notified when I upload a new video. My website, gibaud.com. If you have any question, you can leave a comment below. Also, leave you links of my gear on Amazon, links of everything I reviewed by K&F Concept, Sandmarc, and Flashes by Westcott, more affiliated links, and also a link to my PayPal account in case you wanted to make a donation. Thank you very much. Please take care of yourself and see you soon. Bye.